electrical Buick from Martin Leary, and the 1, newcomer Johnny Siebold from Enfield in the ESP Auto Engineering Monte Carlo. We've got a green and we're underway. Quickly, Brio takes him to the front. Glenn Brio, followed by Clinton Cram, Kirk Alexander, Shepard up the inside. Barry Gray caught in the box at the back of the pack as they come off turn 4 for the first lap. It's Brio, Cram, Alexander, and Shepard. Then Stebbins, Griswold, Barry Gray, Eddie Brio Jr., Leary, and Siebold. Here he comes, flying off turn 4, 2 laps, Brio. With Cram, Alexander, and Shepard. Alexander trying to find some room to get inside the Cram car, can't do it. Gray now breaks away, works to the outside, a little tire contact in turn 4. Leary pulls the 11X to the inside. Brio keeps a foot in it. And he will hang on as they bring it up to lap 4. Brio, Cram, Alexander, Shepard, and Gray now. Followed by Stebbins, Griswold, and Brio. Halfway in this 10-lap qualifying event. Halfway. Barry Gray trying to make up some ground. Clinton Cram, Kirk Alexander battle for second, and Brio holds the lead. Barry Gray trying to work over Roger Shepard to take over that 4 spot. Here he is down inside. No go there. Shepard slams the door. Roger Shepard fighting for that 4th spot to hold on. Clinton Cram trying to keep Alexander. Got his nose in there. Here they come for 2 laps to go. Alexander going for second to the line. Alexander will hold it down there. He's going to have a good shot in coming off turn 2. Cram pulls it back up alongside on the backstretch. Alexander down inside for second. He's got it as Brio leads. Glenn Brio leading in the 29. The 44 is Alexander. The 11 Cram, 29 Gray, and the 34 Shepard, and that's how they finish it up. Glenn Brio picks up the win. Kirk Alexander goes second, third to Clinton Cram in the 11. The 29 of Barry Gray is 4th. Roger Shepard picks up 5th in the 34. Then Eddie Brio Jr. in the 29, the 60 of Glenn Griswold. Johnny Siebold in the 1, dropping out the 5 of Stebbins and the 11X of Martin Leary. Up next, Pro Stock qualifying, 10 laps apiece, and here's Pat Node, and back with us in the 10, it's Dave Knight. Here they come for the green flag. Bob Rugg down low leads the way. Rugg on the bottom of the racetrack and moving fast. Herb Drug and Tom Carey Jr. up the low side. Weaver gets crossed up. He'll lose another spot as Drug and now Carey will go by with car number 5. Mike Batchelder with a problem. The car number 9, he runs the back of the pack. Now gets back up to speed as Rugg continues to lead, followed by Gramolini and Herb Drug. And we've got trouble in turn 4. Pat Node and Batchelder get together with a problem. Dave Knight comes in and makes contact. Yellow flag. Rugg and Tom Carey Jr. bringing the field around for the green flag. Rugg steps on the gas, and here they come for the green. It's waving, and they're off and running on the front straightaway. Rugg down into turn 1, side by side with Gramolini. They'll file out through turns 3 and 4. The top 4 begin to put a little distance between themselves and the 5th place runner, Matt Weaver, who is now alone. Behind him, Dave Knight. Pat Node drops out with the 24 heading down pit road. Now Carey en route to the high side of the racetrack. He makes contact with the wall after getting into Drug a little bit there, and Carey has a flat left front tire. That was a pretty hard bounce off the wall.
off the wall pretty hard. Rugg and Gramellini side by side. Once again, Rugg has the advantage down low and will bring the yellow flag back out. Now next time, we'll look for a green. Let's see if this is a better start. According to Kenny Isimo, here they come. And there's the green flag. Good start this time. They stay in rows of two that time, with Rugg getting the advantage once again. Gramellini on the high side. Now Weaver coming back to life in the 69 New Hampshire. He gets a little crossed up once again and now loses a spot to Dave Knight, running the outside the hard way. That's Matt Weaver. Batchelder looking for a way up there with the 9. And contact, Knight goes around. Grasso misses him barely with the 75, and we'll bring out the yellow flag. Looked like there was a little contact there as Knight was battling for the position with Weaver. And we've just been informed from our NASCAR officials that this race will be yellow checkered. So the win will go to Bob Rugg in the 70. Mike Gramellini finishes second in the U2. Then it's Herb Drug, Matt Weaver, Mike Batchelder, and Dan Grasso. In the 37, back with us, Fran Colson. Here they come, looking for the green flag. Brio, Hersey, Blackmore. A little contact on the start. Brio gets away. Hersey pulls on to second. Rollins edges out Blackmore for third, and here comes Good Enough running the high side of the racetrack. It continues to be Brio, Hersey, Rollins. Now here comes Good Enough to the outside of Blackmore. Battle for the 4th spot. Crossley right behind them with Alsop and Colson. Good battle for that 4th spot. Blackmore doing a heck of a job on the low side, and now Good Enough gets the edge. But Blackmore comes right back down low in the 12 New Hampshire. Now this time, coming off turn 2, Good Enough has the advantage. It's Brio followed by Hersey, and now Brett Rollins in contention with car number 12. He has closed right up on the back bumper of Hersey, battling for the 2nd spot as they close in on Brio. Halfway marker is out. The 21K continues to hold the lead. Now he gets a little loose coming off turn 2, but holds the advantage. Hersey comes up, gives him a tap. Hersey gets a tap from Rollins. They're playing bumper tag in the top 3 with Brio, Hersey, Rollins. Good Enough moving up there. He's 4th, and it looks like he's closing in on our top 3. Kevin Blackmore having a great run for 5th. Then Crossley, Alsop, and Colson. Brio again dirt tracks it off of turn 2, holds the lead over Hersey. This time, 2 laps to go for Brio. Really getting sideways coming off turn 2, and Hersey will dive low with the 13X, and this time he's got the lead. Just like that, and Rollins will look to move up to 2nd. Hersey gets a little crossed up. Rollins comes right into challenge. This is going to be right down to the wire, and it looks like Hersey will hold on. Great race with a quick and crew and Bruce Batchelder Jr. There's the green flag. and they're side by side, heading down into turn one. Batchelder gets the edge with Boniface on the high side, already moving up to second. On the back straightaway, there's 3 wide with Rosati down low, Crew getting way up high, and here they come for the line. Bill Bree gets the advantage with the 6X. Rosati down low in the 42. Now Karen goes by Prue. He falls all the way back to position number 6. And that's all it takes to qualify. Marquis looking low for that final qualifying spot. Batchelder now getting a challenge from Boniface. Boniface looking low in the 88. Batchelder doing a fine job holding him off. Bill Bree getting a challenge from Rosati. And the 13 for Craig Karen. Karen on the high side of the racetrack as Boniface gets the advantage for the lead down low, halfway marker. And he's got it at the line. Batchelder drops to second. And here comes Bree in the 6X, running third. Craig Karen moves up to fourth. Rosati down to fifth with a 42. Boniface now pulls away. Battle for second. Bree looking low for a minute there. The door slams as he gets a little crossed up. Batchelder will hold on. Boniface now way out in front with 2 laps remaining. Good battle for second, also fourth. Batchelder holding off Bree. Bree now looks to the high side with the 6X. This time, white flag for Boniface in the 88. Now a 4-car battle for second as Karen and Rosati have closed in. Here comes the checkered flag for Boniface, and for second it's Batchelder, followed by Bree and Rosati.
Latham, New York. That's Jeff Spraker in the WFE Challenge Oldsmobile, sitting in second in the 8. From Worcester, Massachusetts, Ian. From Peru, New York, the Brunel Asphalt Pontiac of Bob Brunel. Go to the Consi. 10-lap event. Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, Santerre, Truex, Stefanik, Gravel. Here they come. Green is out. Spraker jumps onto the front. Right behind him, Zeidema. He knows the way around here better than anybody else in the field except for Gravel. Let's see how they do. Quickly into turn 3 and high. It's Spraker. He stays on the gas and holds the lead through lap 1. Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, and the 15 of Santerre. Contact going in as Stefanik gets into the side of him. Truex up the outside, working around, but can't make it on the high side of turn 4. You got to stay low there, especially with a heavier race car. Your leader is Spraker with Zeidema. Gravel works up the inside now. He knows the way around here. He's won before at Monadnock in the Pro Stock ranks. He and Stefanik battle off the turn for that 6th spot. On the bubble right now is the 15 of Santerre. It's Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, Santerre. Gravel underneath Stefanik working his way into 6th. Off the turn, he's got the 6th spot to the stripe. Santerre's going to have to hold on to that bubble spot. Gravel's coming up to challenge. McCabe looking at the back bumper of Zeidema now for that 2nd spot. The battle is for the bubble spot, the 15 and the 54. Here's Gravel, looks inside. Santerre shuts the door. 6 down, 4 to go. Santerre and Gravel battle it out, both of them short track veterans. Santerre's raced a lot in Northern Maine at Unity and I-95. Gravel trying to find a hole. Santerre drops down and shuts the door again. Gravel's going to have to work hard for the spot with 2 laps to go. Trouble as Pastanek takes the 6 in, hits the binders going in. It's going to be Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, Santerre, and Gravel fighting for that final spot in the field. Gravel looks to the high side, can't get off the corner quick enough. 1 lap left now. Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, Santerre, and Gravel. Up comes Stefanik. Gravel trying to find a hole with a half a lap left. He can't get underneath. 5 cars qualify. McCabe's trying to set up Zeidema. It's Spraker, Zeidema, McCabe, Brunel, and Santerre. Santerre takes the final spot. Gravel will sit on the pole for the consolation round. First of our 10-lap qualifying events. The win we're dragging on the outside. Branscombe, Bowles, Berry, Lamell, McRae. Here they are. Olson gets the break. Branscombe trying to stick his nose inside there. Dragon shuts the door on him. Here comes Lamell hard into the back of Berry and Bowles. Look out, there goes the 27 up high along with the 40 of Wallace, and the caution is out. So Bachand came in hard, saw trouble developing, and got on the binders. Olson, Dragon, and Branscombe looked okay. Berry and Bowles got a taste of the Lamell bumper, and you can see what happened to the front grill work on his McIntyre Fuels machine. Looking for green. Ease their way into 3, start on the gas in 4, and here we are. Dragon on the outside of Olson now, tried to anticipate the start, didn't work. Branscombe moving up the inside, Berry loose on the backstretch. Lamell stuffs his nose in there hard, and he's got 4th. Your leader is Olson. Branscombe, Dragon, Lamell, and Berry. Bowles, McRae, Bachand, and Wallace. The wind has just come up wicked, and there goes every piece of magazine and picture in the booth down here. Olson, your leader, followed by Branscombe, Dragon, Lamell, and Berry. Berry on the bubble. Dragon trying to find a low side to get back around Branscombe. Lamell, a rookie. His father, Ron, been doing the driving previous seasons. Coming up on the halfway mark now. And Lamell gets in hard. Here comes Berry to take the spot back. Lamell twitches, and Bowles is underneath him. Bobby Dragon looks to the outside of Branscombe now, trying to find a way around to get that 3rd spot back. Bowles on the bubble. Berry's up to 4th. Lamell 6th, 7th is McRae, 8th is Wallace, 9th is Bachand. Mike Olson, Babe Branscombe, Bobby Dragon, Jeff Berry, and Tommy Bowles, your top 5 runners. And Bowles is going to be a distant 5th. Lamell trying to gain ground, but it's not working. 2 laps now, 2 to go. Around comes Wallace in turn 4, gets back on it. He's going to wait for the caution, it looks like. Trying to refire that machine. The field rolls by, and here comes the caution. So we'll have to wait an extra lap or an extra minute. The side for himself. Here they come, looking for the green from Ken Isimone. Branscombe on the gas, then Olson. Here's the green, and Olson gets the break. Oh, contact as they come down the front straightaway. Branscombe stays on it. Olson drops into the front. Around goes Lamell and Barney McRae. The battle is up front. Here's Dragon inside Branscombe. Bam! In the back comes Tommy Bowles. 1 lap to go. It'll be Olson, Branscombe, Dragon, Berry, Bowles. The shootout for the checkers, and here they come. Black flag for Lamell. Branscombe will settle for, close at the line. Dragon had the spot. Branscombe came hard off the corner. The winner was Olson. Almost a dead heat for Branscombe and Dragon. Then Berry and Bowles with Bachand, Wallace, and dropping out Lamell with the black flag. Problems in the practice. Joe Bessie out of Scarborough, Maine, the Auto Palace AC Delco Pontiac. So Bessie repaired the damage, which was a broken drive shaft, and here he comes. 5 cars qualify, and Raymond gets gets away. Crouch in second, Ferry third. The battle for fourth and fifth, it'll be McLaughlin, followed by Rosati. Raymond with the lead. Crouch in the tic-tac Oldsmobile goes second. Ferry third, McLaughlin fourth. Rosati's on the bubble. Then it's Sullivan, Bessie, Gilly, and the 86 of Renault. After two, it's still Raymond. The battle is for the second spot. Side by side, it's Ferry and Crouch. Crouch, a short track veteran of all the northern New England racetracks, least of which is Monadnock. Crouch on the outside, working his way around Ferry, trying for that second spot. Off turn two, he's got it. Here comes McLaughlin up the inside. Wiggles the nose in there, contact into the side of Ferry. Around comes Ferry, and McLaughlin gets through the hole. Ferry refires and jumps back on the track. There will not be a caution. Roger Raymond, Robbie Crouch, McLaughlin, Rosati, and now Bessie's on the bubble. Sullivan is sixth. Crouch trying to take that lead. Here he comes inside. Raymond knows this track very well. Crouch is learning it from him. Look out, Lloyd Gilly right into the front of the lead car. Gilly pulled out onto the racetrack in front of the leader. What was he doing? And the leader gets cleaned out. Lloyd Gilly pulled onto the racetrack where the leader's coming by and took Roger Raymond out of the picture. That obviously wasn't deliberate, but it certainly wasn't a wise move, and Raymond's front end is gone. He's checking it out, but he's going to have to go to the back and maybe even to the pits. A lot of sheet metal damage on the steel shed, Stewart and Sons Ford. And the black flag goes to Gilly, and I think that means Raymond goes back to the front spot. I guess they're going to put Raymond at the back after all. I don't think Roger agrees with it as he comes back around again. One more lap while they discuss it. He'll drop in front of some of the other cars, apparently, that were maybe slower. Who knows? Robbie Crouch, at any rate, sits on the front row at the moment with McLaughlin, Bessie, and the two car for Tom Rosati. Glenn Sullivan now sits in the 5 spot. He's on the bubble still. Ferry and Raymond running side by side for the restart as they double it up. Raymond will pull up to the high side, yes. He will indeed. Robbie Crouch brings him down for the green. McLaughlin with a little bit of a bobble, but he brings the Coors Extra Gold Oldsmobile back, and he's on the outside of Crouch. Bessie's there, and so is Rosati. Ferry has moved up. They play bumper tag going in. Raymond trying to keep that car straight. He's got some steering problems, but he's fighting it hard. He'd like to be the 5th man in. 2 laps left for Crouch, McLaughlin, Bessie, Rosati, and Glenn Sullivan on the bubble. Then Ferry and Raymond. White flag this time by for Crouch, McLaughlin, Bessie, and Rosati. Ferry trying to look inside the 34 of Glenn Sullivan. They touch tires, they touch bumpers, and continue to tap and bap. And here comes Roger Raymond trying to keep it together. Checkered flag is out. Crouch will be your winner. Then McLaughlin, Bessie, and on the bubble car will be the 34 of Sullivan, right behind Rosati in the 2. So the finish goes to Robbie Crouch.
And there it is. Coming off of turn 4, Cashman has the lead on the low side. He edges out down into turn 1 with the 19. On the high side, Bazzaio in the 6. Guyman down low in the T3. Then it's Rogers, Marion, Morton, and Griswold. Now Bazzaio looks down low, trying to get the lead away from Cashman. A little loose going into turn 1 that time. Rogers up the outside with the 89. He's found racing room, and just like that, he moves up to second as Bezzaio gets a shot from Guyman. Bezzaio continuing to run down low. Morton and Guyman get together. Morton holds on with the big Monte Carlo OT, and Bezzaio moves back up to second. As Morton comes into the picture, he's now in 4th in the OT. Cashman continues to lead in the 19. Bezzaio and Morton now battle for second. Rogers, Marion, Guyman, they're 3 wide at the back of the pack. Barnard gets taken way up high. Steve Drew in the middle with the 17 as Morton has moved up into second. Now he challenges Cashman for the lead. Coming off of turn 4, that time Cashman holds him off, but Morton en route to the outside, and it looks like soon he will become the new leader. Morton up high. Through turns 3 and 4, he's got the lead. Battle for third, also Bezzaio, Marion going at it, Griswold. Behind them, Rogers, Zellman, Drew, and Barnard. This time, white flag for Morton, doing a good job in the OT, showing the way. Cashman holding second. Marion and Bezzaio's battle has ended as Marion has moved up a notch into position number 3. And here comes Griswold up high. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Rob Morton in for the win, and Cashman will hold on for second. Steve Drew loses a wheel coming around for the checkered flag. Looks like he's made contact with the wall as well in turn 4. He was running, I believe, right around 7th position. Trevor Downey brings up the rear with car number 23. We're under green. Cashman and Fitzgerald. Now they're 3 wide. Petrowski finds room down low with the 37, and he's got the lead now as they head through turns 3 and 4. Cashman, Fitzgerald. Here comes Muka down low in the 08. Little contact. Muka moves up to third as Fitzgerald moves up to second. Muka gets loose and loses 2 spots to Meany and Cashman. Petrowski starting to pull away. Fitzgerald holding second over Meany. Here comes Meany up high now with a 15 mass. Good battle for second, and Meany looks to take over. He's got it at the line. On the high side, Tom Cashman Jr. in the 17X looks to move in. He takes third from Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald dropping back to 4th with Muka, Zielinski 5th and 6th, and Johnston in 7th. Battle for second, Meany and Cashman going at it. Meany up high, Cashman down low. Zielinski has moved up to 4th now with the 7. Then Fitzgerald is 5th. Petrowski. Now Cashman has moved into second. He takes the spot away from Meany. This time, 2 laps to go. Zielinski has climbed to 4th. Bill Johnston gets into the top 5 now with the 2. White flag for Petrowski. Cashman trying to catch him, but he's going to run out of time as this one's going to come to a close next time by. Cashman will close right in, but it's Petrowski holding on for the win. There you have it for strictly stock qualifying rounds, and taking the win in heat number 2, Walt Petrowski in the 37. Finishing second, the 17X of Tom Cashman Jr. Then it's the 5th
Winchester, the 21, first-timer Tom Holt from Putney, Vermont. And in the 12, I do not know, because the car is for sale. It is the Kevin Blackmore car, but Kevin has not indicated he was going to drive it. And there goes Mins off the track at the start. DeWitt Davis trying to hold the lead as Mins gets fired. It's Davis, Lashaway, Chafee, Alexander, Lawrence, Holt in the 21 and the 12. Then Mins in the 34. DeWitt Davis continues to keep his Pinto on top in the Blair Auto Machine. Around comes the 12, so we know it's not Kevin Blackmore because he has driven that car in the past. Caution remains on the racetrack as the 12 sits inside turn 4 and the field rumbles by. DeWitt, Chafee, Charlie Lawrence, green is out. We're back underway. Lashaway, who had some real power problems with the Volvo his first couple of weeks out, seems to have licked some of them, but maybe not the handling problem. He goes to the high side of 2, drops low in 3, but Chafee's under there and going for second as he comes off the corner. Chafee underneath Davis as Alexander gets by to take the lead. Chafee goes to second, Davis is third, Lashaway fourth, and fifth is Charlie Lawrence. Then it's Holt in the 21, Barrels in the 12, Mins in the 34. We have halfway in this 8-lap qualifying event. Field pretty well strings itself out now. Alexander stays on the gas. Bill Chafee, in the best ride he's enjoyed in many years of racing, running behind him, trying to run him down. Sets him up, 2 laps left. DeWitt Davis goes third, Lashaway fourth, fifth is Charlie Lawrence, and drifting back. Alexander staying on the gas as Chafee stays on his tail. 1 lap left now. Lawrence may be in danger of losing that number 5 spot. Here's Alexander hard off the corner. Checkers to Alexander. Chafee for second. DeWitt Davis third. Chris Lashaway picks up the 4th spot. Lawrence and Barrows will battle for 5th. And Lawrence takes it in for the 5th spot. Barrows 6th, 7th the Mins, 8th the Holt. First round, mini stocks is out of the way. Second round is rolling out of the pits even as we speak. Look out! Oh, Clayton comes off the corner, goes around, gets tapped by the driver of the 9. And he will roll it to the infield. Race is still under green until the caution comes out. We may have a little piece of race car on the track. Fred Felton pulls the 11 in after 1 lap. He appeared as though he may have lost an engine last week. He certainly puffed a lot of smoke out of it, and whatever problems he had last week, I've extended to this week. Alan Anaki, Ron Smith in the 2, the 9 for Todd Merrill, then the 5 of Dave Sutherland Jr., and here they come. Pat Load Logging, Ollie's 2 car, that's the one that hit the wall on opening day. Dave is better, thank you. The car's not. Chris Davis takes the lead. Anaki, then Jason Davis, Ron Smith, Pollard, and Merrill as they battle away up front. Pollard trying to find a way under Jason Davis. He's got the hole and takes it there. Anaki puts the BMW up to the high side, as does Smith, and they go around Chris Davis. 5 loose, fights it and brings it back. Oh, look out, the 9 into the back of the 15, takes them around, and off the track they come. Both of them slide out of danger. Pollard looking for a way around Chris Davis, who just won't give him that hole on the inside that he's looking for. Anaki and Smith battle for the lead as they come down to the line at the halfway mark. Smith back up in front. W sounds like it's breaking down a little bit. Smith is right back there. Anaki can't quite hold the tail down. Pollard and Davis battle for third. Sutherland takes the 5 and spins off the inside of turn 2 with 2 laps left. Anaki begins to pull away again. Smith comes right back and tries to go to the high side on him. Pollard has found a hole and takes third. Davis to 4th. And not quite sure who's 5th in this one. I think actually the 5 is just a bit ahead of the 9. Here's the checkered for the winner, Alan Anaki. Ron Smith goes 2nd. Pollard 3rd. Davis 4th. Sutherland may still have come back for 5th, then the 9 and the 15. But it could be the 15 and then the 5 and the 9. Heck, I don't know. 4 to qualify. Here they come. Green is out. Field breaks smoothly off turn 2. Knight with Blackmore, Carey and Colson, Karen and Patnode. Dave Knight, using up all the track he can find to stay in front after 1 lap, gets a good break down to turn 2. Carey now into 2nd, Karen on the inside in 3rd, Blackmore on the bubble until Colson sticks his nose in there, gets underneath Karen and backs out of it. Karen to the high side of Carey. Colson has to back out as he takes it low into turn 2. Karen way up on the outside, puts it to the high side, gets it loose, stays on the gas, brings it back in and holds 3rd. Dirt track experience of years ago paid off there in the marbles. Dave Knight, Tom Carey, and here comes Karen. Carey opened the door up and Karen slides inside, trying to get that 2nd spot as Carey goes to the high side. And he'll work his way up to the high side and fall up. He gets up into the high side of turn 2 and on the backstretch. Karen trying to find a way to get underneath Knight. Knight sees his opportunity. He can't open up that bottom side or they'll be underneath him in a second. 2 laps left. Now Karen goes to the round to the outside. Colson fills the hole. Karen works up to the outside of Knight. Off turn number 2. Karen on the gas. Bumper to bumper into turn 3. White flag is out as Karen brings it off the corner and takes the lead. Dave Knight to 2nd, Carey to 3rd. Colson is on the bubble at 4th and Blackmore is running 5th. Then it's Patnode. Checkered flag waving for this Pro Stock consolation event. Karen the winner, Knight 2nd, Carey 3rd. Colson picks up the final qualifying spot. Blackmore and Patnode are not able to get in on the qualifying. So Bunky Karen, who had problems when he came out for his heat, Barney McRae out of Colchester, Vermont, the Motion Racing Pontiac. 3 cars qualify. That's it. 3 cars will make it into the main event. The final 3 qualifying spots, and here they come. It'll be Gigi on the break, and here comes Ferry right behind him. Up comes Stefanik to work to the inside for 3rd. He's the bubble car. On the outside. LaShawn, look out, Lamell into the side of Truex, and into him again, still on the gas, and still racing. And his front end is pretty well torn up, and he heads for the pits. Well, he's going to try to head for the pits. He'll run up to catch the back of the pack, and he's going to have to hustle, because here they come on the break. Gravel grabs it. Look out, Prashant is all over the place, fights the wheel and brings it back. And he lost himself 4 spots on that. Raymond is up to 5th. He should be able to take the measure of Wallace, but we'll wait and see how that car's performing. GG Gravel, Dean Ferry, Mike Stefanik, your top 3. They make it in. Wallace is trying to catch the bubble car. The caution is out again. Out goes Truex. We got a piece of metal up in turn 1 on the banking. Former champion here, as a matter of fact. Dean Ferry on the outside, Mike Stefanik. Running 3rd, then Wallace and Raymond. See what happens with this. Raymond on the gas, trying to move into that 4th spot. Off the corner, not enough. Ferry on the outside of Gravel now. Ferry on the gas, down the back straight. The battle for the lead is going to change, or is it? Gravel comes back on the inside. Stefanik's right there waiting for a break. He heads to the outside. Ferry and Gravel, Stefanik, Wallace, and then it is Raymond. Gigi back inside, holds the low side off turn 4. Ferry gets a little bit loose as he tries to push it hard off 3 and into 4. Stefanik right there. Has to back out for a second. Gravel holds the line through 4 and holds the lead. These 3 cars up front are the ones that are going to make it in unless something breaks and gives way. Coming up to the halfway mark now, Gravel, Ferry, and Stefanik. Wallace and Raymond. McRae, Raynon, and Bashan. Here comes Raymond trying to get that 4th spot. If Wallace goes in hard and high, he may be able to pull it off, but not enough. Tries to cut the corner and pick up the ground. Goes to the high side. Drops low in turn 2 again to come back. Gravel has opened up a 2-car length lead on Ferry. The laps are winding down for the guys who want to get in the main. Left now, Gravel, Ferry, and Stefanik, Wallace, and Raymond. 3 cars make it in, remember that. White flag is out, 1 lap left. Gravel is going to pick up the consolation win. Dean Ferry's in, so is Mike Stefanik, Kenny Wallace, Roger Raymond, and Barney McRae, along with Bashan and Raynon. We'll have to load them up and watch from the grandstands. So Gigi Gravel in his Busch Grand National North debut at Monadnock. Dave Knight out of Marlboro, New Hampshire, driving the Dave's Automotive Enterprises ASAP Lube Center Camaro, and the 5 for Tom Carey Jr. Junior Colson, the 37, and the 28X of Barry Gray. We are underway. Looking for the lead, off the turn, here they come, it'll be Rod. With Glenn Brio, Mike, followed by Hersey, Batchelor, and Batchelor. Out comes Boniface as they work their way around Weaver. Here's the battle for the lead off the line at the wire. It is the 21K of Brio taking it on lap 2. Brio the leader, Hersey second. Then the Batchelors, followed by Boniface, Gramellini, Weaver, Bree, Rosati, and Crossley. Garrett working his way up out of the back of the pack, trying to move up. So is good enough. 2 past winners of the event. Glenn Brio with the lead. Then it's Bob Rod, Russ Hersey, Mike Batchelor, Bruce Batchelor Jr., Jim Boniface, Mike Gramellini, Matt Weaver in the 69. The caution is out on the racetrack. Caution on lap 5. Dave Barry Gray, then Drug in the 16 and Carey in the 5, and here they come for the restart. The green is out and Brio breaks away. Brio in the lead. Fighting for position, it'll be Hersey, followed by Batchelor, Rugg, and Boniface. Look out, Hersey's in trouble. He made contact, may have lost a tire on the right front. He's slowing, and he'll stop it up on the top of turn 3 and bring out another caution. Look out! Crossley comes together with Karen and Bree, and they collect Barry Gray. Barry Gray pulls away from it. Mike Crossley had the front end ripped off that 111 as Hersey pulled up to the top of turn 3 to get a caution. He's got a right rear tire down. Hersey has a flat right rear. Trying to find his way to the pits. Up through the gears, and he's got the lead on the brake. Mike Batchelor there with him, along with Rod, Batchelor, Rosati, and Goodenough. Then it's Gramellini, Rollins, Boniface, and Karen. Off the turn, look out, Batchelor almost took Rosati out as the car broke loose. Rosati trying to stick his nose down inside as they come off 4. Rosati's got a lot of racing to do, another 150 laps when he comes back in. It is the rookie Brio with the veteran Batchelor, followed by Rugg, Batchelor, Rosati, and Goodenough. Whoa! Coming together in the 12 and the 1 as they come off the corner. Caution is out, and now the tire goes down on the 1 as a result of the contact. And one more, third caution of the day. Coming 18th. Karen started 18th. Goodenough is back in. Here they come. Brio gets the brake on the green. Batchelor right there on his bumper, literally banker off the turn, and up comes Rosati as they back out of it. Rosati and Karen are going to work the outside. Brio holding on. Batchelor, Rosati into 3rd. Karen up to 5th, works on 4th on the outside. Boniface and Rollins fighting behind Batchelor for position. Rosati and Karen running 3rd and 4th. Rugg fighting for 5th with Batchelor. Then it's Boniface and Rollins. Marquis and Gramellini with Carey and Colson. We're on lap 13. Bob Rugg trying to keep everybody behind him and hold that spot. Doing a good job of it. Funky Karen sitting back a little bit as Rosati tries to move Batchelor out of the way. Karen picked up a lot of time on that lap. Batchelor has the lead on lap 15. Mike Batchelor on top with Glenn Brio, Tom Rosati, Funky Karen, Bob Rugg, Jim Boniface in the 88. Marquis up to 7th now in the 28X. Then it's Rollins in 8th, Batchelor 9th, and Gramellini 10th. Mike Batchelor using a lot of racetrack to preserve the tires. And here's Rosati looking inside Glenn Brio. Brio gets in a little bit high, and Rosati has got the 2nd spot. Karen sitting back waiting for 3rd to open up. Now Boniface is up to 5th. Marquis 6th. Rugg is back to 7th. Rollins stays in 8th. Batchelor 9th. He's in trouble. Batchelor goes around in front of Carey, and he's in the wall. Batchelor kept spinning and sliding up the banking. Tom Carey tried to go by him, clipped him with the right front, ripped the front apart, and then hit the wall. So Tom Carey Jr.'s had a pretty lousy day, and it hasn't gotten any better. Batchelor pulls away with only sheet metal damage. He will go into pits for a quick checkup. Also going out with a flat right tire is Danny Grasso. Mike Batchelor, uncle of Bruce Batchelor Jr., going out, is the leader. Then it's Tom Rosati, Glenn. Don't forget, we'll draw the winner of the 50-50 raffle following the 3rd feature of the afternoon. And that will be following the late model feature. Here comes Batchelor, Rosati, Brio, and Karen. Karen trying to look inside Rosati, trying to set him up for it. Rosati shut the door, and Marquis comes up the outside. Glenn Brio gets turned around and goes sliding to the infield out of danger. The leader will be Bachelor, Rosati, and Karen with Marquis and Boniface. Colson spins and the caution is out again on lap 21. Field is set for the restart of lap 21. Here they come. Karen's going to move down inside Rosati on the start, it looks like, and here's the green. Not a good start. And Ken Isimone will call them back. Isimone calls him back. Didn't like the start. Wants it squared off a little bit more. He says, I'll start it in turn 3. You just watch. All right, here they come. Restart, lap 21 out of 35. Rosati gets on it, Bachelor's on it, Karen's on it, then comes Marquis, and here's the green. And after all of that, nothing changes up front. On the break, it's Bachelor, Rosati, Karen, Marquis, and Rollins. Marquis into the side of Karen. There's a piece of race car on the track. And we will not throw the caution. Karen chasing Marquis here. Karen fighting to come back. Bachelor your leader. Rosati second. Marquis third. Karen fourth. Rollins fifth. Followed by Rod, Gramellini, Goodenough, Bachelor, Trott, Alsop, and Colson. Then Boniface and Brio, Hersey and Grasso. Trouble, Rugg spins out. Goodenough takes a shortcut through the infield to protect himself. 10 laps left. 10 to go for Bachelor, Rosati, Marquis, and Karen. Rugg works the inside of Bob Goodenough, almost makes contact as they come battling for that 7th and 8th spot. Whoa, look out! Colson into the side of Boniface as the car broke loose and came back on him. Bob Rugg heads into the pits. Bachelor continues to lead. Karen's going to have to hold off Rollins and Gramellini now. Rugg trying to get by the one car of Goodenough. And they play a little nip and tuck game there off turn 4. Laps winding down as we complete lap 30. 5 to go now. Bachelor trying to hold off Rosati. Funky Karen trying to hold off Fred Rollins and Mike Gramellini. The 13X of Hersey slowing as he comes down off of turn 4. And he points it to the infield. Here comes some other cars, and Hersey's back on it again. I don't know what he was doing, but he could have taken out some of those other cars racing for position. Rob Goodenough holding on to that 7th spot. 8th is Drug, 9th is Alsop, and 10th is Fran Colson as they all play bumper tag on turn 2. Mike Bachelor with 2 laps left. White flag now for Bachelor. White flag. Bachelor, Rosati, Marquis, Karen, Rollins, and here's the checkered flag. Win number 1 for Mike Batchelor. Mike Batchelor picks up the win, his first of the year. Second goes to Rosati, and third to Marquis. And the crew heading out here to join him. He'll be out in a minute. And of course the Busch 150 is coming up right after we have finished with our victory lane activities down here. It's still humming, it's so happy. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Let's welcome our Pro Stock winner, his first win of the season, Mike Batchelor. Well, hey, Michael, I'll tell you, the guys really, let's turn you around so that the folks can see who you really are and not just a suit and a helmet in there. Tom Rosati must have done a little worrying there for a while.
Yeah, he was tough. I just wanted to make sure I did my thing, and I knew I could do it.
Well, you've been bringing the car back a little bit each week, and it looks like this probably was the strongest week for it.
Yeah, it definitely was. And the guys have just worked so hard to try to make this happen, and I thank them all.
How about the folks that helped put a little money into this car? I suppose they do put a little bit of money in here, huh?
Oh, we got to thank Shepherd Construction and Allsup Racing Engines, Black Sheep Farm, and Mincer Brothers, and Computer Sign, and who are these? All of them, I guess.
All those guys that do the sponsoring. Mike Batchelor, tongue-tied in victory lane and happy about it, and we'll see you here again before the year's over, I'm sure.
I hope so. Thank you.
Your winner again, Mike Batchelor. Hats off to Tom Rosati for his second place finish, and of course to Jerry Markey, who finished in third, and probably is close to leading the points as he usually is by this time of the year. Our Busch 150 is coming up next. We'll have a little bit of time, if you need it, to stop by all of the purveyors of souvenirs that we... So Tony Hirschman steps up and picks up the pole that he won in time trials. So hey, let's leave the old number 1 right there where it was. That leaves it up to our next driver that still could change it, Jamie. Jamie, there's not much suspense, but it could be number 2. It is number 2. So Jamie Obey sits where he is on the front row. Buzzy? Buzzy's dad raced here back in the 70s fairly often in open competition, and Buzzy picks up number 4. So he'll move over 1 spot. Kelly Moore qualified at 13.907 and picks up number 6. So he'll move back a row. Stop. Where is he? Where is that grandfather? There he is. Stop Patton has a big choice and chooses number 5. So he'll stay put. Curtis, there's a lot of suspense here, I know. Which one is it? It is number 3. So Curtis will move up a spot from 6th to 3rd, and we're set to set the field for this afternoon's Busch 150. Markham, Bazanson, Fadden, Moore on the first 3 rows. Then it's Spraker and Olson, Crouch and Zeidema, Dragon and McLaughlin, McCabe and Branscombe, rows back, Joe Bessie and Bob Brunel. 9 back, Jeff Berry and Tommy Rosati. 10th row, Santerre and Bowles. 11th row, Sullivan and Gravel. 12th row, Ferry in the 66 and Stefanik in the 6. And the 13th and final row, Truex and Bouchard. Next time, lights are out on the pace car. We are about set to drop the green on the 1993 Busch 150 here on the high banks of Monadnock Speedway. Hang on, folks. A reminder, please do not stand in front on the back row of the grandstand so the folks in the scoring tower and the scoring folks next to you can see what's going on. Pace car's in. Clock is about to get turned on, and here comes Hirschman and Obey. Markham, Bazanson, Fadden and Moore, and there's the green. And they are up through the gears quickly. Hirschman got it sideways, but got it off the line, and he has the lead with Obey and second. Markham moves up to third. We've got trouble in turn 2 as Burnell and Barry come together. And Barry will stay there. We will continue under caution. The laps will count. Barry's going to have to fire up and get out. Somewhat as it clouds up and cools off. Pace cars in. Hirschman and Oldie getting set, looking for the green. Here they come, and there's the green. Hirschman gets away. Oldie into second, Markham, then Moore, and Bazanson, the top 5 runners on the restart. Feel a little bit squirrely behind them, but it'll be Hirschman with Oldie, Markham, Moore, and Bazanson. Trying to come up from the back is Sullivan, but he's going backwards. Hirschman, your leader, under green, with Oldie. Followed by Markham, Moore, Bazanson, Olson, then Spraker, Fadden, and the 48 of Crouch. Working the outside, Fadden comes up and blocks. Crouch looks to the inside, Fadden drops down and shuts the door again. Passing the race cars behind the 71 of Bobby Dragon. This time Fadden works the outside, but Crouch has got him on the inside. Robbie Crouch moving up. Bobby Dragon doing the same, along with McCabe. There's Spraker trying to move up on Olson. Spraker down low. Olson, Spraker, contact in the corner. Spraker moves him over. Has the inside groove for that 6th spot on the field. Off turn 2, it's Spraker Olson for 6. Crouch is in 8. And Spraker has taken over the 6th spot. Crouch up to 7. Olson kicked back to 8. Dragon 9th. Fadden 10th. 11th is the 0 for McCabe. 12th is Branscombe. 13 is Rosati. 14th. McLaughlin, and 15th is Bowles, then Gravel, and Stefanik. Here's Crouch working inside, and he's taken over 6th from Jeff Spraker. And Robbie Crouch is the car that's making the moves now. Fadden is fading a little bit, Branscombe is moving up. Fadden stuck on the outside, he needs to get inside to make up some ground. And no one's giving him the room to get in there. The battle right now, the 16 and the 2 in turn 3. And in danger, Scott Vachon will be lapped another couple of circuits. Everybody settles in, except at the back of the pack where Sullivan gets into the back of Lamell. Now we've got Seidema into the wall. He backs out of it and gets back on it. He's got a flat right front tire. And around comes Jeff Barry in the 22. Seidema with a flat tire, staying out on the track. Loses a lap as Hirschman goes by. Barry fires up. He's lost a lap. Your leader is Hirschman, Oldie, Markham, Moore, Bazanson, and then Crouch with Spraker and Olson. The 22 pulls it in. The 8 is heading into the pits. Here's your leader working on Vachon and puts him down a lap. Barry is out. Seidema's losing time in the pits. They work around Vachon, and Oldie has to take a wide ride and loses some ground. Hirschman holding on to that lead with Oldie, Markham, Moore, Bazanson and Crouch, Spraker, Olson and Dragon fighting for position on the racetrack. Dragon leads a little bit into Olson, McCabe and Branscombe waiting for a break. 150 laps, a long way. Here's Dragon, he's got the spot from Olson. Olson fights back on the outside. The battle for 10th, Dragon and Olson right now, and McCabe right there with him. Back is Seidema in the 8. lost about 5 laps for that tire change. 25 laps in, Gigi Gravel spins the 54 to the infield. He loses a lap to the leaders as they come by. Refires to rejoin the field. Here's Hirschman completing lap 27. Around goes Seidema right in front of the field. Spraker holding on to that spot. Dragon picked up a couple. Now Olsen pulls up high in turn 2. Olsen's got troubles in the 61. Seidema looking for a break in traffic to get back in the pits. Olsen up high. Trying to move some of the lap cars over. Now Olsen stops the 61 up in turn 4. Olsen comes to a stop in 64. 29 laps in, the caution for the 61 of Mike Olsen. Field doubles up. On lap 35. Here they come. And Hirschman gets away quickly. Let's see what happens behind him. Obi holds on to second. The battle for third. Moore and Markham. They run wheel to wheel on the backstretch. And now as they straighten out, here comes Spraker moving up as well. Dragon and McCabe. Hirschman holds that lead. The battle is between Spraker and Bazanson now for 6th. A little bumper tag from Dragon as they come off the corner. Out goes the 8 of Seidema. And your leader is still Tony Hirschman. Bobby Dragon drifts backwards. Dick McCabe now puts a nose underneath Bazanson. He moves into 7th. Then it'll be McLaughlin working on the inside, Dragon on the outside of the 32. Hirschman holding tight. Obi and Moore right there with him. Markham followed by Crouch, Spraker, and McCabe now. Then McLaughlin, Bazanson, and Dragon. Moving up into 2 is Tommy Rosati. Stubby Fadden still having problems in the 16. That car just didn't want to come off the corner well. He may have gone the wrong way on the setup. Seidema's back in again. Hirschman hoping to go from the pole to the checkers here this afternoon, but there's still a long way to go. Field beginning to stretch itself out on the racetrack now. We'll be seeing a lot of lapping going on the next several laps. Here's Crouch working Curtis Markham over. Crouch trying to find a way inside, and Markham just didn't want him to go there. Hirschman and Obi. Moore stays right on Obi's bumper, and here's Crouch looking for 4th to the line. And Robbie Crouch, Curtis Markham side by side. Crouch trying to pick off another one. Keeps that nose low, and it looks like Crouch has got himself 4th. Markham back to 5th, Spraker is 6th, McCabe is 7th, 8th is McLaughlin in the 51, 9th is Dragon in the 71, and Rosati is 10th in the 2. Followed by Stefanik, Bazanson, Branscombe, and Bessie, who's now starting to move up the field a little bit. Bessie bangs together with Branscombe as they come off turn 4 and down the front straight. Branscombe having his troubles, gets clumped by Ferry. Branscombe's got some problems. Santerre's underneath him. Hirschman car lengths on Obie. Then it's Moore on Obie's bumper. Another 3 car lengths back to Crouch and 3 more back to Spraker in 5th. Markham has started going backwards. Jeff Spraker having an excellent run here this afternoon as he moves into the 5th spot. A third of the way through the race already. A third of the race is history, and Hirschman continues to lead. Obie second. Here's Kelly Moore now. Into the side of Obie. They touch wheels. Obie trying to drop down. Moore holds that Jordan Lumber machine to the low side, and oh, it is going to be Moore. Moore takes over second. Obie to third. Crouch is fourth. Spraker fifth, and at sixth is the 0 for McCabe. Trying to run Hirschman down now. Oh, something went. Big backfire out of one of those cars. Not apparently a tire, just a backfire. Markham losing a lot of ground in the 7. He's going backwards quickly. Hirschman your leader with Moore, Obie, Crouch, Spraker, McCabe, McLaughlin, Dragon, and Markham. Then it's Rosati, and Rosati's got some smoke coming off the back of that car. Looks like tire smoke as the fenders rub on the right rear. Yep, that's what it is. His fender's been pushed in on the right rear tire, and Stefanik's going to have his problems. Here's Moore now on Hirschman's bumper. Spins on the backstretch. Stubb Fadden rolls it right into the middle of the backstretch, and the caution comes out on lap 58. And the 17 of Bob Brunel is throwing water on the racetrack. They're going to try to get him out of there. He's got an overheating problem. Moore starts to move. Moore moves. Hirschman holds back on him. Caution stays out. Let's see how they bang and shuffle here. And Moore trying to outfox each other. Pace car picks him up. They'll come around again and get another green. Let's see what happens with the 1. Let's see if he gets on the gas again. Pace car pulls quickly out of the way. That field's going to be breathing down his tailpipe quickly. Here comes the 1. Here comes the green. And they're off, and this time it'll be Obie and Moore fighting for position. Crouch on the outside. He may pick off another one on this lap. As they come off too, Crouch lines him up. Obie keeps him high, but he's got to drop low to protect his rear. Your leader is going to be Hirschman with Moore, Obie, Spraker, McCabe, and McLaughlin, then Dragon, followed by Rosati and Markham. Obie trying to keep Crouch behind him. Crouch would like to move up, and he knows he's got Spraker there waiting for a spot. Here's Spraker trying to take a spot away from Crouch now. Spraker trying to get that spot again. Crouch holds him off, squeezes him down. It's still Hirschman and Moore out front. Obie, Crouch, and Spraker. Here comes Markham back up. Along with him the 6, and the 2 car's got a problem. That tire's finally given away. as we expected it would. A lot of tire rub on the 2, and Rosati's going to have to go in the pit. He's in there with a bad tire. Hirschman and Moore. Moore beginning to show a little smoke off the corners now. Obie, Crouch, and Spraker running in the top 5 with McLaughlin, McCabe, Dragon, Markham, and Stefanik in the top 10. 11th is the 9 at Bessie, then Ferry, Branscombe, Truax, and Santerre. Back comes the 2 of Rosati. He's lost about 3 laps in the pits. Look out, Santerre in the 15 goes up the bank and brings it back. Here comes the move. McLaughlin looking for 5th as he gets inside the 69 of Spraker. And McLaughlin makes contact, but he gets through. Here comes McCabe and Dragon. They move Spraker to the high side, and all of a sudden we shuffle him back to the 9th spot. Okay. Moore and Hirschman pulling way out ahead. Crouch is up to 3rd now. Around comes the 27. And Bashan will bring out the 4th caution of the afternoon on lap 76.
Hirschman sets the pace with car number 1. They begin to pick up speed. Hirschman a slow, steady pace. And now he fires. There's the green flag. Coming off of the turn, they touch. Moore gets into the right rear quarter of Hirschman, but neither car even got loose. On the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Now coming off the turn. The top 4 cars file out as McLaughlin has moved up a notch to 4th. Passing Obie on the inside. Here comes Bobby Dragon down low in the 71. He'll look to take 5th, but Obie's not giving up on the high side. It's Hirschman, Moore, and Crouch pulling away. McLaughlin's 4th. Dragon has 5th. Here comes McCabe battling for 6th with Obie. And a tire has gone down on the Stefanik car, the number 6, as he goes up into turn 2 and stalls on the bank. Already 1 lap off the pace, and now the yellow flag comes out on lap number 85. The 8 laps complete. We'll look for the restart this time. Once again, Hirschman and Moore. Let's see, last restart was a really good close restart. And Moore, of course, wants it the same. But Hirschman this time gets the edge once again, and there's the green flag with Robbie Crouch diving low in the 48. He's found route to the inside of Moore, and he'll battle now for the 2nd spot, but gets a little loose coming off turn 2, and Moore will hold him off. McLaughlin runs the high side with the 51. Outside of Bobby Dragon, battle for 4th. McLaughlin running the outside very, very well with car number 51. Dragon comes in, makes contact, gets a little loose, but holds on, and McCabe will run the high side. He battles with Dragon for position number 5. Now on the high side for 3rd goes McLaughlin, but Crouch fends him off as Hirschman and Moore once again have pulled away. This time by 92 laps complete. Trouble now on the front straightaway. Babe Branscombe has gone around into the infield, and Martin Truex has a problem up in turn 2, but he continues as well. Branscombe coming right out in front of the leader, Hirschman. And Kelly Moore, they make it by. Now they come up on Tom Bowles, tight right up front as the lap traffic gets out of the way. Bowles dives low, and the top 3 cars have squared away from the rest of the field. Crouch has caught Moore and Hirschman and is looking good with car number 48. Moore looking for racing room as he battles Hirschman for the lead with Crouch right there to contend in third. We go back to fourth where it's McLaughlin and Bowles has a problem. Heavy smoke from the 76 and he quickly pulls that car into the infield. Smart move by Bowles. As now Hirschman, Moore, and Crouch come around 97 laps complete. Moore still looking for racing room, still showing some signs of smoke, apparently still sheet metal rubbing on a tire. But that's not slowing Kelly Moore down. To the outside of the lap car, Branscombe goes McLaughlin, and McCabe has moved up to fifth. McLaughlin trying to get around the lap car of Branscombe, and he's got McCabe right there in a battle for fourth. McCabe now may get boxed behind Branscombe, and that'll move Jamie Obey back up for a challenge. They try to go 3 wide, but it doesn't work. McCabe gets squeezed out, and Obey climbs back up into the top 5, running 5th. Meanwhile, back up front on the back straightaway, we've got Hirschman and Moore. Close battle for the lead with Crouch waiting right there. McLaughlin and Obey, 4th and 5th with McCabe, then Dragon, Ferry, Bessie, Santier, Sullivan, Spraker, Bezanson, and Fadden, and trouble coming off of turn 2. Obey has gone around, running 5th. The Budweiser number 41, looking to get it refired. Can't do so yet, and the caution comes out on lap 102 for Jamie Obey. Obey on a vigorous climb back into the top 5 has spun around coming off turn 2 while running 5th. Hirschman and Moore once again leading the field. Now Crouch and McLaughlin in row 2. Moore trying to set the pace, but Hirschman says no way, and Kenny Eismo just throws the lazy green, but of course the yellow flag will come now. Kelly Moore very anxious to start, and Hirschman is the pace setter. .107 laps complete. Now McCabe pulls out a line. Apparently, he's looking to make a pit stop. McCabe has a flat right rear. Tough break as he was running 5th, and he'll head down pit road and try to quickly change that tire. The 71 on the outside. Babe Branscombe is 1 lap down, and that's where he was in the running order. Glenn Sullivan, 9th is Andy Santier, and rounding up the top 10 is Jeff Spraker. Here they come. Watch for the green, there it is. And Hirschman once again gets a great start. Heading down into turn 1. The running order remains the same. In the top 4, it's Hirschman, Moore, Crouch, and McLaughlin. Dragon trying to pass Ferry for position number 5. He's got it. Santier goes around in turn 4, spins up into the dirt, and that will bring out another caution with 116 laps complete. Andy Santier, car number 15, goes off the turn 4 into the dirt. Gets it fired back up and backs back out onto the racetrack. So, and there's the green. Now Hirschman gets away, and here comes Crouch to the low side with a 48. Moore tries to shut the door. There's contact, and Bessie comes out right to make it 3 wide with Moore and Crouch. Close moment and some good driving by Moore to get away, and Crouch has moved up a notch into second. He gets around Moore. Moore falls to third. Dragon and McLaughlin battle for fourth. McLaughlin tries to fend him off. They're still side by side at the line. It's McLaughlin, and he will hold on to fourth. Ferry having to work to the inside of Bessie. Bessie, a couple of laps off the pace with the 9 after making that pit stop. This time, we've got trouble in turn 2. Glenn Sullivan and Bob Brunel have come together, and the caution comes out once again with 124 laps complete. Both cars able to pull away, Brunel and Sullivan. Sullivan was running inside the top 10, so a tough break for car number 34 as he'll fall way back in the lineup with 125 laps complete. Lee Crouch running second in the 48, having a great run. We'll see, can Kelly Moore retake the second spot? The inside, of course, seems to be the faster line, and there's the green flag. Hirschman gets a good start, and coming back to take second at the line, Kelly Moore had the position. Crouch up high, falls back to third. Gets back in line with the 48, and now we've got a hectic battle going on up front. They file out the entire top 10, and now contact between Stefanik and Branscombe. Branscombe spins, everybody misses him, but Fadden, Obi, and Zeidema have to go into the dirt, low and high parts of the racetrack. We stay under green as Branscombe continues.
Field closes in behind the Branscombe car. Hirschman with the lead. Moore in second. Third is Crouch. Then it's McLaughlin and Dragon as they head into turn 2 and work around the lap car. 131 laps in the books. Pulling off the track, Sullivan in the 34. Here's Hirschman with Moore, Crouch, and McLaughlin. Dragon and then the 66 of Perry. Here's Moore. He's looking inside Hirschman. There's contact in the corner. Tire smoke, and they come together. Hirschman goes around. Moore goes underneath, and Hirschman is up the banking and out of the way. Back under caution. Hirschman still running. The caution is out. And Kelly Moore made contact with Hirschman. Around they came, and down the front stretch they went. The fans don't like what happened. Robbie Crouch would just as soon see some changes made. McLaughlin and Dragon have been running strong. Ferry's had a great race so far. Crouch, his first full season with the Busch North Series. Looking for a victory. Kelly Moore has finished in the top 5 times here at Monadnock and never won. Let's see what happens on the start. Moore and Crouch. Moore's on the gas. Here they come. Green is out. Crouch is right there with him. Moore gets the break. Moore and Crouch into turn 2, and they run away from McLaughlin and Ferry. Dragon is caught on the inside. He's going to drop back to 5th with Branscombe, the slow car. McLaughlin moves to 3rd. Ferry to 4th. Dragon to 5th. McCabe is 6th. Then Spraker. Moore leading with 10 laps to go. Robbie Crouch is going to have to go some to run him down. Moore has been quick all afternoon. Ferry's loose off the corner. Robbie Crouch trying to set Kelly Moore up. Laps are ticking away now here in the Busch 150. Babe Branscombe trying to hold himself off, but he's down a lap. It doesn't matter. Here's Crouch on the outside. Crouch pulling up high on Moore. Down off turn 4. Moore drifts out, shuts the door. There are 7 laps to go. Crouch putting the gas on. Couldn't quite gather it up in turn 2. Moore will continue to protect the inside. Here comes Crouch. Moore pulls away down the straight. McLaughlin is closing in on the leaders. Mike McLaughlin may be a player before this race is over. We've got 5 laps to go now. 5 to go. McCabe gets around Dragon. McCabe moves into the top 5. He's on the outside of Ferry. Dick McCabe driving like a man possessed now. The Danger Angel, the Irish Angel, takes off and he's into 4th. Crouch only has 3.5 laps left to take this lead. Moore, Crouch. Here's Crouch to the inside. Moore shuts the door. McLaughlin continues to close. Moore continues to close. 2 laps to go now. 2 to go for Kelly Moore, Robbie Crouch, and Mike McLaughlin. Around comes Hirschman. Will he sit there? He comes back on the racetrack. McLaughlin trying to close. White flag. And the 38 has spun on the backstretch. Here's Crouch. Here's Hirschman. What's going to happen? Hirschman in front of Moore. Here's Crouch. Hirschman is in there for a pick. They push him. They shove to the line. It's Robbie Crouch. Crouch as Hirschman took out Moore. And Crouch picks up the victory. Robbie Crouch, Hirschman spun, came out in front of Moore, picked him. It was shades of New Hampshire International. We'll be down at Victory Lane in a minute.
'71 is.
Yeah, you're with him.
Guys, when Robbie Crouch gets out of that car, make sure you give him all you got. That was an excellent last-minute pass. As Hirschman came out in front of the pack, Crouch was right there, and Dave will be there to interview our winner, Robbie Crouch.
Let it not be said that the things can be controversial here at Monadnock. Robbie Crouch in his first tour victory. Robbie Crouch. Let's move around here quickly. Robbie, oh, I tell you, first tour victory, that's the hard way to do it.
Well, I think I was a 3rd place car, you know. Tony was leading and doing a good job, and he and Kelly got together, and then, you know, on the last lap, I just went where there was a hole. It's a lousy way to win a race, but, you know, you're racing, so.
Well, nonetheless, Robbie, the victory is yours. It's your first tour victory. How do you feel about being on the tour this year?
Well, I'm having a good time. I think it's fantastic. I'd just like to thank the people from Monadnock for having us down here. You know, we're having a real good time, and we're looking forward to next week.
Next week, they'll be off to Nazareth. Should be a good race. Your winner again, Robbie Crouch. Let's move on to our 2nd place finisher. And Kelly, I have a feeling that either way you call it, it wouldn't have been a popular victory or a popular defeat, but you're the most consistent driver in the tour. You finished in the top 5, 6 times.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a lot easier from sitting up there than it is sitting in the seat here.
Yeah, there's an awful lot to wrestle a big race car down there. How was the car running today?
The car ran real good. You know, we're really proud of the Jordan Lumber Makita crew, and we ran real good all day long. It was unfortunate the one car and I got together, you know, I got up underneath him, and I guess he's wanted that path back, so, you know, things happen when you try to take two race crews at once, so, you know, at the end of the race there, Robbie and I was having a good race. It's too bad he had to get involved.
Well, that's the way it goes. 2nd finisher, Mr. Consistency at Monadnock, Kelly Moore. And one young man who came on, he was there when he needed to be, And a good run, Mike. The crew got the car where you needed it.
Yeah, we did a good job. I'm happy. We started back a little ways, ended up third. You know, we're in one piece. That's a feat in itself. But I'm happy with the third place finish, and I'm happy for the whole Coors team.
Car looked good, and things look good for the season for you.
Yeah, we're looking for a good season. We're off to what, you know, we had hoped to run a little bit better, but we had taken a little more time off through the winter months than we had hoped, and we're working hard, and we got a couple more spots to go.
Couple more, and maybe it'll be Nazareth or Holland, the next two on the stops.
Nazareth's the next one, so we'll do our best there.
Your third finisher, Mike McLaughlin. And stepping into victory lane, representatives from Clark Distributors, who are the Busch distributors for the Monadnock region, all of southwestern New Hampshire. Butch started. They will wait patiently over there in turn 4, 29 New Hampshire, Glenn Brio. Check that, 29 Mass is Glenn Brio alongside the 11, driven by Clinton Cram. The 34 is George Shepard, 44X Kirk Alexander, last week's winner. 29
5. And the 11X of Marty Leary. Brio and Cram in the first row pick up the pace. There's the green flag. And right off the bat, Roger Shepard looks to climb up into second with the 34. Brio dirt tracks it. Cram gives him a little tap. And now, taking the lead is Roger Shepard. He flies out high in turn 4, then leads him to the line. Brio and Cram will continue their battle, but now for second. Cram runs the low side, Brio up high. Right behind them, Barry Gray in the 29. And now Cram moves into position number 2. Takes it from Brio, and Gray will do the same coming off the turn. Or will he? Brio running high in the 29 Mass. And right there to challenge also is Kirk Alexander, last week's feature event winner, the 44X. Gray gets by, and here comes Alexander. Now Gray will go to work on Clinton Cram in the 11 as Shepard has pulled away with the 34. About a 5-car length lead. Cram and Gray trying to close the gap a little bit with Brio tucking into 5th. In front of Eddie Brio Jr. as Alexander will move up into 4th now with a 44X. Shepard in the 34 looking for his first win. Now diving low for second is Barry Gray, but Cram is able to hold him off. Now Gray comes right back to challenge. Into turn 1, they touch, and Gray gets around. Gray moves up to second with the 29. Sore threat already with only 7 laps complete. Graham trying to challenge back. Closing right in on Gray. Alexander still running 4th with Glenn Brio 5th. Shepard continuing to have a fine run in the 34. Can he hold on for his first win? We'll find out in 15 laps as Siebold goes around in turn 4. Car number 1. He'll keep it rolling and will stay on the green. Now, Gray, Cram, Alexander, and Brio have closed in on our leader, Shepard. Let's see what's going to happen. Halfway marker is out. Shepard now sees Gray right there in his rearview mirror, I'm sure, and Gray is a challenge. Cram trying to close right back in and possibly retake second from Gray. Brio has moved back back up to 4th. Alexander drops to 5th. Marty Leary 6th. Dan 7-7. Seabold is 8th as Eddie Brio Jr. has gone down pit road with the 29 Junior. This time, 10 laps to go. Can Roger Shepard hold on for his first win? Glenn Brio tried to take 3rd from Cram, and he went around coming off of turn 2. That's going to bring out a caution on lap 15. The race is looking for that win to make up for it. Green flag is out. Cram comes right back down low, and at the line, he has 2nd. Heading into turn 1, the 11 down low, and here comes Alexander. Gray on the high side, lost 2nd, and now Alexander down low. Tight battle for the lead as Shepard is able to get away a little bit. Cram trying to hold 2nd, gets a little loose, and Gray comes right back on the outside. Alexander sticks the nose of the 44X down low. Seabold almost makes contact with Glenn Brio, but holds on, and Brio is able to pass him. Seabold 1 lap down, Brio now running 5th. As Gray and Alexander are side by side for 3rd. They're really giving Barry Gray a run for his money this week. Cram and Alexander looking good. Now Alexander is low on Cram, and he'll look to take the 2nd spot. He does, and now Gray moves back into contend with Cram for 3rd. A little contact, and Gray's able to get 3rd back. Cram will come right back to challenge as Shepard gets away. So now they file out a little bit more. Shepard with about a 2-car length lead over Kirk Alexander, and Barry Gray running 3rd right now. Maybe he'll post a last-second challenge as he hangs back a little bit. Alexander closes right in on Shepard with 2 laps to go. We'll see, can Roger hold on for his first win? Alexander won last week, he can make it 2 in a row. Cram's got a handling problem coming off of turn 4 as he gets loose once again. White flag, Shepard trying to hold off Alexander. Alexander looking low. This is going to be a great battle. Shepard, a little contact as the 34 will try to hold on. Alexander comes back down low. Now to the checkered, it's Shepard for his first win ever with car 34.
All right, good run for Roger Shepard. Should be his first time in the record books since very close on several occasions, but never quite able to get what he needs. 50-50 raffle will be drawn as soon as we've done victory lane.
Ever in the late model division. Congratulations, Raj. After so many top 5s, we knew we'd see you here soon.
Actually, we won one a couple of years ago here, but this is a great day for our team. They won the Pro Stock, and now we've taken this, and boy, are we happy. Keep Shane out of the beer hall. Go board, Shane.
And sponsors that you'd like to thank for this first win of the season.
Mincer Brothers put a lot into it, but mostly I'd like to thank the whole crew, and particularly Shane Wilson. He did a great job on the car. Thank you, guys.
All right, congratulations, Roger Shepard, your winner. And we'll be heading back over to Roger in just a second to draw 50-50. And Kirk Alexander, great run for second. You gave him a run for their money this week.
Yeah, thanks. Well, if we had one more lap, it might have been a different story, but it's going good, and I'm proud of the car. And I'd like to thank Greg Felton because he's helped me out a lot on this, and it's because of him setting up the car that it handles as good as it does. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Alexander Sheet Metal, All Metals, and Brothers Tire.
All right, congratulations, Kirk Alexander, your second place finisher. Barry, we missed you last week. Welcome back for your 3rd place finish.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my sponsors on the car, Cliffs Auto Body, Precision Automotive, Meadows Motor Cars say no to drugs, and Leon's Auto Repair, and all you fans for coming out here today.
All right, very great. Congratulations on third. Roger, we need you for just one more second. The 86 is Corey Cashman, the 17 is Steve Drew, and Trevor Downey in the 23. Green flag, Cashman leads them down into turn 1. Bizzaio and Fitzgerald going at it for the second spot. Bizzaio gets hard into turn 3, gets a little crossed up. Pachalski finds route down low with the 37, and he now challenges Fitzgerald for second. Pachalski gets the edge, Fitzgerald on the high side. Also down low is Meany. Bizzaio up high in the 6. Contact is made. Bizzaio and Marion get together, and they both hold on. Marion gets crossed up going into the turn. Bizzaio way up high, but he continues to hold on. Now Marion is 3 wide with Muka and Meany up front. They're battling hectically. Contact between Morton and Marion now. Along with Bill Johnston, Muka gets in between everybody, and he's headed for the front with car number 08. Fitzgerald gets dropped off the pace with the 41, gets sent way up high, and he falls way back. Now, new leader, it's Pachalski in the 37. Muka on the high side with the 08, charging. Up to second. Tom Cashman Jr. in the 17X has moved up to third. Bill Johnston 4th. Scott Cashman 5th. Dave Meany in the 15. On the outside of Cashman will look to move into the top 5, and it looks like he will do so. They come together, and Meany, however, holds on. Also heading for the front, Jeff Griswold in the 46. He's now working his way around Morton and Cashman. Pachalski continues to hold the lead over Muka and Cashman. Steve Drew goes around and gets tagged by Bizzaio. Yellow flag comes out. Bizzaio runs over his front bumper as it falls off on contact. And the yellow flag is out on lap number 7. As we look for a green, there it is. Pachalski holding off Muka at the line. Cashman's right there to contend with the 17X. Muka on the outside, the 08 on the back straightaway. They're side by side. Muka looking good. But at the line, Pachalski continues to hold the advantage. 8 laps down, 12 to go. Cashman holds third. Bill Johnson on the outside in the 2. And then Dave Meany in 5th in the 15. Off the turn this time, Muka gets it in gear heading into turn 1 and blasts out into the lead coming off turn 2. Taking the lead from Pachalski. Pachalski tries to come right back. Cashman's there, taps Pachalski, then gets a little bit loose himself. They'll battle for second going into turn 1 with Muka out in front. The 08 of Muka. Now Cashman has moved into second with the 17X, dirt tracking it coming off of turn 4. Dave Meany has climbed up into third. Jeff Griswold looking to move past him. Looking for racing room with the 46, he's up to 4th. This time by 12 laps complete with Muka leading. Marion blows on the front straightaway with a 53 and quickly takes it into the infield. He was running as high as, I believe, 5th today, so a tough break for Marion. Meanwhile, up front, it's still Muka, looking good. Cashman's right there to contend. Dave Meany in the 15 is in third, holding back Jeff Griswold. Walt Pachalski is 5th in the 37, early leader. And Bill Johnston 6th, getting around Rob Morton, as does Scott Zielinski, so that moves Morton back a notch. Now, Muka feeling the heat from Cashman. The 17X looking for his first win of the year. Opening day winner 1 year ago. Has not yet won a feature event in 1993, but he could change all that today. Griswold in the 46 looking for a way around Meany as there's a battle for the lead. Muka and Cashman. Cashman on the outside has found some room. He's got a groove going on up there. 2 laps to go, and Cashman is doing it the hard way. Now Griswold, with an attempt to get third, goes around in the 46. He keeps going. And coming off turn 2, Muka continues to hold the advantage on Cashman. They'll come around this time for the white flag. Who is it gonna be? Cashman gets a little loose coming off the turn. Muka's giving him all the room. Truly good racing as they come off of turn 2. They're still side by side, heading for the checkered. Who's it gonna be? Muka drifts up a little bit to protect his line, and he's got the win with the 08.
Great run for Tom Muka. Our mini stock feature is coming up next.
20 laps strictly stock feature. Tom Muka, congratulations on your first win ever.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my crew. They've done a fine job getting the car ready and preparing it this year. We had some tough luck in the beginning of the season, but I think we're back and we're running strong. My sponsor, all my sponsors for their generosity this year, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. And for you, the fans, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Tom Muka, your winner, the 20 lap stock feature. And now over here, Tom Cashman Jr., welcome back to Victory Lane. Great run for second. You came so close.
Yeah, I saw me a couple times, and he gave me plenty of room, but we just couldn't get by him. He ran a good race.
All right, and sponsors for this great run for second.
Really got to thank Putney Sawworks. He's been with us now for our 3rd year. He's really helped us out a lot. We got Henniker pallet. Ron Reed, our engine builder. He built us a nice motor. She's staying together so far. And most of all, I got to thank Ken St. Lawrence and Russ Hershey. Last 3 weeks, we've had the car up on a scale probably every other night trying to get it where we wanted it. Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. There's your second place finisher, Tom Cashman Jr. Dave Meany, welcome back. Familiar face. We haven't seen you here for quite a while.
Thank you. It's nice to be back, first of all. I'd really like to thank my oldest brother, Bill. He gave me a lot of help with the car during the winter, as well as my other brothers and some friends of mine. They're really behind me, supporting me with this. And, I mean, I'd like to thank my sponsors as well. Rogers, he certainly gave me some good power with this thing. Still need some adjustment, but it'll be all right. We'll get there sooner or later.
Oh, yeah. The Meanies are back on their way. Congratulations. Dave Meany, your 3rd place finisher.
For Todd Merrill. Here they come on their way, the rest of the field. The 21 of Tom Holt, the 11 of Freddie Felton, the 87 for Ray Connor, the 12 is Kevin Clayton in the 12. Up front, it's Jason Davis and Chris Davis. Chris Davis getting right down there, gets his nose right in there. Jason Davis and Chris Davis locking bumpers. Jason all around in front of the field, backs into the wall. Dave Sutherland gets through there. Caught up is Mintz and Alexander along with Merrill, and away comes Davis. Holy moly. Shades of opening the 2nd week of the season. Here they come, looking for green all over the place. The green is out, and now Connor restarts. Lash away, Chafee, Pollard, Anaki, Smith, and Sutherland. Let's see how the Volvo handles now. It's a little bit quicker than it was a couple of weeks ago. Chafee on the outside. Here comes Anaki in the 4. They scatter it. It's going to be Lash away with the lead. Then Pollard and Chafee. And Lash away goes up high. Chafee dives in there, catches Smith, bounces off Lash away, and holds on to 3rd. Pollard is your leader. With Chafee, Anaki uses the bumper on Chafee. Darrell Pollard with Ron Smith, Alan Anaki, Billy Chafee, Chris Lashaway, Dave Sutherland, Beef Alexander, Randy Mintz, Todd Merrill, and Chris Davis, Lawrence, Jason Davis, Kevin Clayton, and Tom Holt. Lashaway having trouble off turn 2 in the 45. Here comes Beef Alexander flying up from the back of the pack. He's already had a win this year, the defending champion. Works his way underneath Lashaway, almost committed himself before Lashaway gave way. Now Lashaway's way up the banking, opens the door for Alexander. Look out, Pollard dives in around the 21, takes Smith with him, continues to lead. That's happened more times than not this year, or today rather. Remember Roger Raymond and Lloyd Gilly. So Pollard your leader, Anaki, Smith, Chafee, Alexander, Lashaway, Sutherland, Merrill, Davis, Mintz, then Clayton and Lawrence, and Holt way there in the back. Darrell Pollard and Ron Smith going at it. Smith comes up off at turn 2 with a vengeance. Randy Mintz pulls the 34 out. Pollard holding on. Now he's got some cars to use as a pick as he comes around the lap car of Mintz, works up on Charlie Lawrence, and comes up on the halfway mark in this event. Lawrence is there. Pollard holds on to the spot for another lap. Smith looks inside. Pollard drops the Saab down there and shuts the door on the Mustang as they come up by the Holt machine. Anaki on the outside. Here comes Chafee in heavy traffic. Chafee gets through the traffic in 4th. Pollard holding Smith off as they come down. Only 8 laps left. Anaki coming into the picture now. Here's Smith with the bumper. He's showing water underneath. Anaki's in the water and spins. Smith is overheating and sending water on the racetrack. It caused Anaki to spin. The caution is out. Everybody better back off. It's going to be wet up in that corner. Caution is out. Field. Sutherland moving up on the bumper of Pollard. Alexander on the outside. Pollard's going to have his bumper full. Mintz comes together with a 9. They're in the wall. They take the 45. They stay on the gas, and that'll bring out another caution on the race. On the restart, Anaki jumps on it quickly and dives in front. Alexander grabs the lead away on the restart. Pollard goes second. Then it's Anaki, Davis, and Sutherland, and Davis. And laps will wind down now. Alan Anaki with 1 win. Beef Alexander with 1 win. Darrell Pollard with a couple of top 5 finishes. Beef Alexander looking for his 2nd win of the season. Anaki would look a 2nd one too. Problems on the 34. He'll be sent out before that tire cuts down and takes him out of the race. Billy Chafee's come back in and is playing catch-up. Your win leader is Alexander, Anaki, Pollard, Davis, Sutherland, Davis, then Clayton, Merrill, and Lashaway. Anaki coming up now to challenge. This could be a battle to the finish with 2 laps left. Here's Alexander and Anaki. Pollard a distant 3rd now. Davis a very distant 4th. Sutherland 5th. Davis 6th. Clayton 7th. Merrill 8th if he can hold on to it. Then Lashaway 9th. Chafee 10th. Here's the pass on the inside for the lead. Alan Anaki tucks his nose in there, and he's got it on lap number 19. 5 spins out of 5th place. Here they come for the checkers, and Aki will take the win. Alexander goes to 2nd. Pollard will pick up 3rd. Then it'll be Davis and Davis. Michael gets the shot, and Allen will be out. Here's your winner this afternoon, mini style, Allen Anaki. Couple of left to applaud to you, Allen. It took a last lap to do it, huh?
Yeah, we're going pretty good today, and we only run 1 race here last year and 2 in a row. It really feels great.
It certainly does. The car worked well. You got caught in that stuff out of Ron Smith's car, and you had to go in, and what'd you look for?
I had no idea. I went around so quick, I thought I had a flat tire. I just didn't know.
Well, it was just water on the track, and you're back, and that's good for 1st place for Allen Anaki. And we'll step in here for Beef. Looked like the win was yours.
Yeah, I didn't know Naki was that close to me. I let up a little bit in the corners. The car was sliding. We got in that accident, had a flat, and we had the wrong one on the front, but I can't complain.
Well, the car ran well for having the tires a little bit out of whack, and the 2nd place is okay. That's a 1st and a 2nd. Some other good finishes.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better than last week.
2nd place for Beef Alexander, your defending champion, and Darrell, if there hadn't been any cautions, you might have had a win.
Yeah, we might have. Last caution, the motor started breaking up real bad. I don't know what happened. Handling went away, but here we got a 3rd.
A 3rd keeps you up there in the running, and we'll see you in victory lane before the year's out.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks.
Darrell Pollard finishing 3rd today. Thank you all for being with us for this afternoon's Busch 150. We'll see you here next Sunday, 1 o'clock.